Why did you choose this service?
See, I always believe Bhagwan ने सबको अपना काम दिया है. God has planned everything for everybody. Everybody cannot do what I am doing. Everybody, God has given their plans. You accept it in life and then just move on. If a special child is put in your hand, it is only because God knew that you had the capacity to handle him.
Oh.
Not everybody gets a special child.
So, how would you like to be remembered one day?
That is a difficult question to answer. Because people like me, as I said, we are not possessive. So
Yeah, you're not
we don't-
materialistic, not
we don't want
possessive.
people to remember us after the death. I want people to remember us when we are alive. So I always say people ना मरने के बाद खाना देने से पहले जिंदा है तभी दे दो. बर्थडे सेलिब्रेट करो, एनिवर्सरी सेलिब्रेट करो.
This episode comes to you with the help of Lens Photos by Mr. Chris D'Souza.
Hello and welcome back to the Innocent Kidder Talks. Today we have with us someone whose success is not measured in money, fame, power. His success is measured in how many lives he have uplifted today. The founder of Ashray Akruti Foundation, Mr. Cecil Dmello. Hello, sir. It's an honor to meet you, and we love you for being over here. So, for someone who has heard your name for the first time, Cecil Dmello, can you tell more about yourself beyond titles and everything?
I have never run behind the title. My aim of life was to serve people, to spread love, to spread happiness, to spread joy. I think God had its own plan in my life. So He brought me into a field which was neglected by society, or which is neglected by society in many aspects. And that's how I came into serving the special children, the disabled. Society has different names, but they are someone to be loved, cared, and all that. So we just came into it, and it's been 15 years now.
15 years, long
Yeah.
time.
Yes.
So, if you had to describe your life's journey in 3 words maximum, how would you describe it?
My life's journey has been, you can say, three things: experience, I appreciate God's plan, and His grace. That is what I experienced. And rest of the things have been fallen in line, because when God plans and God gives you grace to take it forward, everything is done.
What inspired you to start Ashray Akruti Home?
Chris, I think this question is very typical, because my life as a school child, many people in my village or Gorai know that I started doing charismatic prayers.
Yes.
So there was some plan in my life that God was carrying on. I joined Montfort Missionaries. I was there with them for 10 years. Discontinued that. Immediately that year itself, I started working with the disabled. So life journey was difficult, was challenging. I had to go through a lot of struggles, trials. I have visited many states, many cultures, stayed with people during my missionary journey also. In that, I kept on realizing that God still has a plan, though it was difficult, after getting married, to set up the family and carry it on. But then my wife stood by me in everything that I decided to do, and together we started Ashray Akruti Foundation, and that's how we had our own difficult times, from starting with 4 children, today handling 45, 50 children in a house with their 24 hours care. But then when God, as I said, God plans that things. It is not, it is difficult, but it is not impossible, and He stands by you in your difficulties. That's how it is. So life journey has been wonderful, actually, with ups and downs, with relations, with families, with the outsiders, and when you want to do something great, I think the whole universe conspires with you. So
Definitely.
I believe that very strongly that, and as a Montfortian who was an ex-Montfortian, I can say Montfort always believed in providence of God. So your next day's care will be taken by God. You just think for today. That's how. And then I think I lived that life. I had challenges of say financially, other emotionally, but then the next day was a hope for always that something good will happen, and it has happened.
So, you carry that ray of hope, that positivity in you that
Yes.
drives you every day.
Yes. Positivity, actually, as you said, that word would be a better word to describe that. My life journey has been positive, because after struggles, after your health questions, everything that has happened to me or my family or in my life, I think positivity, that is what we have kept कि हमारा हमने अगर अच्छा किया है तो अच्छा होगा.
Right.
And I think I believe that कि whatever good deeds you do, that bounce backs to you. Gorai village has seen my life transforming,
Definitely.
transformation. I think you being my neighbor, I think you would also seen
Yeah,
very
I have
closely.
seen it. Yes, yes, yes.
So life changes. It's about your hard work. It's about your patience. It's about you keeping up and not just leaving things in between कि नहीं हो रहा है, नहीं होता है लेकिन time लगता है. So God has His own time and ways. Na? Everything happen in His good time.
You know, some people, like, I won't even say some, majority of the people donate money.
Yeah.
But few donate lives. Why did you choose this service?
See, I always believe I has said ना कि भगवान ने सबको अपना काम दिया है. God has planned everything for everybody. Everybody cannot do what I am doing.
Yes.
No, because everybody has to do it. I say people donate money, but they need to work for us.
Yeah.
So when they are donating, they are earning that money. Also, they are doing something good.
Right.
Yeah. So everybody, God has given their plans. You accept it in life and then just move on. No, I didn't choose it. As I said, I mostly felt that God chose it. No, because after my returning from my missionary journey, I wanted to go abroad or had little plans कि नहीं अभी खत्म हो गया अपना. We want to do something. But I think God bringing me back to this field, getting me qualified, me and my wife, both of us are qualified, which I think many people don't understand. That we are a degree holder, RCI registration, rehabilitation council, and all that, and we are doing it with proper knowledge, just not
Right.
doing it for doing sake. So I think that's how God chooses you to walk on the path that He has made for you, and you believe that, and then just move forward. So nothing is difficult in that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have not chosen it. It has just come to me, and then I have accepted it, and then moved on forward. Yes, like that.
Now, looking through all this, you've walked through so many years through this journey. Have there been any moment where you have cried in private for anything? Might be tears of joy, tears of sadness, emotion, anything.
Yes, sometimes, not sometimes. In fact, a lot of my time after my missionary journey was for years. It was been difficult. There was no support from any side. Uh, I still remember. I stay in Binder now. You know that.
Yeah.
I shifted there 10 years back.
Right.
There were many times that Maxis Mall had been my place where I used to sit and think, maybe weep also, thinking how life will go forward, how it will move ahead. But then when I used to see my special children, I was working that time also for them. I used to see still my struggles are less, and their parents, their families are still struggling more than me,
Right.
even though they have everything. And in that sense, I used to always say कि मेरे पास तो भगवान ने अच्छा हेल्थ है, दिमाग है, लोग है.
Right.
There were friends circle who was always helpful to me, mostly. But yes, I have cried many times. I have thought that why I choose this and all that. But then God brought today on a stage where I am able to reach more and more, help more and more. Even my life has been peaceful now. So that's a grace that you have accepted to last 15 years of journey.
God's grace. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just move on. Yes, but I would say that I have cried many times.
Now, coming to what is that one smile or one thank you from someone, like in related to Ashray Akruti Foundation or Ashray Akruti Home, you'll never forget. Someone might have come, thank you, sir, or some nice smile, something,
I think
something.
there were multiple moments of that,
Okay.
because we have touched many lives. There are many children who have, because of us, wouldn't go to normal school, and with our guidance, with our support, with our therapy supports, they have reached to their normalcy of life. They have studied in normal schools. Children who have moved abroad, no, because of us, they could manage that lifestone. So there are many multiple moments like this which you would have said. For me, greater joy is when people come to donate or people come to see our work, and they say, "Sir, ये सब क्रिश्चियन लोग ही कर सकते हैं." So I think my way of preaching God and my way of preaching religion has been successful, and that gives me more happiness because that is what I wanted to do in my life.
Right.
So my Christianity way of preaching is कि ये खाली क्रिश्चियन लोग कर सकते हैं, गुजराती और you say Marwadi people or any caste, Hindus, Muslims coming, and anybody for that matter coming and telling that word. That is my biggest smiling moment because I feel I am satisfied now. I am doing something great.
Right. You
Yeah,
still have that
so-
Montfortian blood.
Yes, yes. That will never go because I think what I am today at Montfortian training and their well-being has really made me strong.
Now you have grown from 4 children to 45 to 50 today. Has anyone's journey, one resident's journey, or someone moved you or touched you deeply, or it has just changed the whole perspective of your life, or something like that?
I would not say individually, but collectively, yes. A lot of things have changed. The time we started, from every individual, it was also a learning journey. It was not a one-day job because world of disability is very big. And I tell people, unless you come into that world, you will never realize that how deep and how emotional the world is. Our world is very emotional. There are everyday challenges. Every day, a child stops eating food for a few days. From here, he stops, his daily routine. Again, coming back to life. No, I had a kid who had like I would say हम लोग बोलते हैं कि बिल्ली को 7 जन्म होते हैं उसको
हाँ.
उसको 10 जन्म थे unfortunately is no more with us but then he lived his life and when he passed away his parents just told me sir हमारा बच्चा आपके कारण 10 साल ज्यादा जिया आमचा मुलगा 10 वर्ष तुमच्यामुळे जास्त जगला and I think you don't get more satisfaction than that you give the life to somebody for 10 years it's a
Yeah,
big
yeah.
thing this and I think those are the moments that keep you moving my children can live happily who are with
Right.
me yeah so having 27 now inmates with us staying 24 hours I think I have a big family yes I have a big family.
So, what are the personal sacrifices you have made for Ashray Akruti? There might be many, but naming a few will do.
See, as I said, I chose to follow God and joined as a missionary in Montfort. Maybe that time I didn't know Montfort. I went to South and all that. I would not say personal sacrifices as such because I had my intention from childhood to serve God and I knew that it was very difficult.
Right.
But then in between, I had to cut it off. Maybe I don't know whether I cut it off or God had a different plan. There was sacrifices because you got rejected from all the sides. Because just you left the religious life, you're out, and the purpose of life is lost. And all those things were there but I think sacrifice wise I still feel that I have done little and I can still sacrifice a lot of things okay because I'm not very possessive. I love to live a good life, happy life.
Simple life.
I love to share joy. I have a lot of friends circle, a lot of people following us but I think I never say that I have sacrificed anything for though there were difficult times no like wearing clothes to having a bike 4 years 5 years you just walk because you didn't have money to buy a scooty.
Scooter.
I used to walk 10 12 kilometers just in Binder itself just to take therapies and teaching children and all that but that is not sacrifice I would say that was a journey of life that no if I calculate it as sacrifice then it's not worth because I think I'm yet to do a good sacrifice so I'm still ready for that.
So you have a very different perspective of life.
Yes.
Like you don't got to sacrifice it, call it journey.
Journey.
It's like I've done for them. So
As I said, positivity should be there, and I feel I can still sacrifice. I tell people because the property where I run my homes and all that is belonging to somebody else.
yeah.
Tomorrow, if he tells me you have to close down, I want my property, I'll just join and say thank you to him and move on. I am not possessive of anything, and I'm not really worried about who is going to give me what and all that. That is the last question that comes to my mind: what I'm going to receive. My journey is to do good to the needy. That's the way it is.
You know, a lot of what you see here doesn't just happen. There's a lot of back-end work, a lot of technical work that goes into making what you're seeing possible. I would like to thank Mr. Chris D'Souza for working behind the scenes and helping us make this beautiful video and podcast possible. And if you feel inspired, do support his work. It helps things like this going.
So, sir, can you please tell us how do you handle the situation when someone misjudges your mission regarding Ashray Akruti?
There has been very what do you call I would say nil aspects where we could we had a challenging questioning or a challenging behavior of somebody who had bad experiences with us. With God's grace, that opportunity has not yet come to understand where we are going wrong, because I think we are very open. We are open to parents.
Transparent.
Yeah, transparent, open. 24 hours our doors are open. Anybody comes anytime, whether I am there, not there. My staff, we have trained them well, so they take care. And things have very been peaceful for last at least 12 years that we are running the home. So very less opportunities where we had to really confront somebody why it has happened or why it has happened, because parents do understand that what we are doing is a very challenging thing, and most of the parents they are thankful to us in fact for that, and
Yeah.
they are agree, they know that anything can happen to anybody anytime, because
Definitely.
they have been handling their kids for so many years. So handling one kid and handling 27 who are staying with you is vast difference. So everybody is understandable, considerable, and even the my donors who have been there, everybody has been grateful, what you call appreciative about things that we are doing. So
Okay.
very less this has come, because I
That's
don't
good.
recall anything that I had to really face.
That really sounds good.
Yeah.
So for people watching this video, for the society watching this video, like, there are some misconceptions, misunderstandings about the specially abled. So what would you like to, confront them or clear the doubts?
See, as I said, the world of disability or the specially abled is vast. Lot of 5% of disability, every 100 people, 5% of them are affected by disability. But then there is the degree of disability that differs. The children who are with me now are mostly about 25, ranging from 25 to 60 years.
Okay.
It's a big gap. If you go 25, 30 years back, there was nothing for them to be treated, to be molded, or whatever you call it.
Yeah.
Today, as I say, if there is a special child, there are a lot of therapies that are useful. There are a lot of medications that help you. There are a lot of counselors. There are personal professionals who can help you. Tap those sources. And if you don't find anybody, we are there always. You can find us on the Facebook. You can call me up. Any area, anywhere in India, you can find out professionals whom can get. My journey has been big, so I have a lot of professionals working in different areas. For the special parents of a special child, I only tell everybody the same thing. In fact, I say, if a special child is put in your hand, it is only because God knew that you had the capacity to handle him.
Oh,
Not everybody gets a special child.
definitely.
Normal child is, or you cannot, I will not say normal child, child like us is born to everybody.
Yeah.
But when a special child is born, it is only the ability that God sees in you that you will be able to handle him.
Right.
So that is on a mission. You are on a mission from God
Definitely.
to take good care of him, to give
Yeah.
him good life. And when you make that special child life journey a success, you are again raising your God standard.
Right.
Or your religious standard. It may be of any religion.
Definitely.
आप क्या बोलोगे कि भगवान ने मेरे को ऐसा बच्चा दिया था, हमने उसको ये था, ये बना दिया. तो every parents has to sacrifice certain aspect, concentrate on the child, give time to the child. I know it is expensive treatments and all that,
Yeah.
but then I think God will give you ability if you think in a positive way. So that can be handled. Yeah, like that.
Right now, during our conversation, I noticed that you have been quoting God a lot. So I assume that faith has played a very good role in your life, and also being an ex-Montfortian, it's in your blood. So can you tell me how exactly faith has played a role in your life, in your journey?
See, there was some 3-4 years back, there was a East Indian songs Mr. Gilbert from Vikhroli had written on my this. But then it was 2-3 lines in that said that the villagers rejected me for certain reasons because I left the religious life. They started speaking bad about. I would say anybody for that matter does what I did, they would speak. Okay. But I called him because I was not available here when that song was sung and all that. I didn't hear. Then later on, I got the copy of it, and I never publicized it or I didn't declare it out. I said this is not for me. I said I am a East Indian and I'm always proud to be an East Indian. I have grown in a village like Gorai where faith was very strong,
Definitely.
where service, where religious values were given. And I would never blame my people because even if I do anything today, my childhood journey has been in Gorai. I have grown there. I have learned my faith there. And I have learned to serve God.
Yeah.
And serving humanity, I was taught by Montfort. So
Right.
it is indirectly serving humanity, serving God, whatever we call it.
Definitely, yes.
But then I have grown strong in faith because of my village, my background, and I never will forget that. So Gorai, as I said, I left Gorai 4 times with some of the other reasons, but God brought me back here. Today the property is given by a Gujarati man, but in Gorai.
Yeah.
So that is also again you say no. So now I'm getting into how I can help locally people. We have already started a school for special children in Gorai.
Yeah.
We are working on it, and I think future plans are there for that.
So now, as you say, local. So do you only plan on targeting the locals for this, or do you have more vast plans?
No, my vision is bigger. In fact, I want to create a home for 100 children, where they can stay, so they can come from anywhere in India. We are open to it. Anybody can join us. Yes, of course, for local, as I said, my spiritual journey has been something, and after living 4 times Gorai village, I came back. So now I'm starting discerning that maybe the children who are here with disability, say in Dharavi Bait,
Yeah.
I am planning to change their lives in certain ways. We are starting therapies. We are calling doctors this year, and I'm looking at how we can take it forward to tap every child who is suffering from learning disability, uh, struggling with different disabilities. They can come to us. We will counsel them. We will give them therapies. We have a vehicle which is running from Pali to Gorai,
Right.
up to by the Bate Bandar and all that. We'll start from Chowk also if possible. And we are bringing the children already here. We are having a school for them. We are doing some activities for them, and hopefully that will change. I want everybody who is listening to this, they should tell this to the people around, that this
Yeah,
facility is
spread
available
the
in
word.
Gorai. And from Bhayandar to Gorai, we are the only people who are doing this in a proper way.
Right.
So why not people should take advantage of it?
So your basic goal, what I understand, is not to leave anyone behind. Let
Yes.
everyone progress together.
Everybody who is in need, we are open to them. Even if it is an orphan child, we are working with orphanages. We are working with tribals. We are working with some of our missionaries. Sitting here, we are doing a lot of other works that we can. My intention in life is to help others, and for that, whoever I can bring together to do that act, because I don't have money. I'm not a rich man. Okay, nothing was left with me, but I have a good rich heart. So I get rich heart people together, and
The
then
intent is what matters,
intents is matter. And I think I have been successful in getting people together to do good works. So that is another intention. We give an opportunity to the society also, that to earn that blessings, I always say. No, because I say for people, अगर लाखों में से भगवान ने मेरे को यहाँ पे चुना है ये सब करने के लिए, तो I am blessed.
Definitely.
And I want that
Yeah.
blessings to be shared with people. So when God has chosen you and people are there with you, I think you have everybody with you.
Right.
Yeah.
In the coming 5 years, in one word, can you describe your future for Ashray Akruti?
Yeah, we have planned some things. I want to expand my mission towards rural areas, especially where our missionaries are working in tribals and all that, and help those tribals get education, get jobs, and all that. We have already started working with certain areas in Raigad, certain areas in Palghar, Danu, Vada, and all that. And here in Gorai, I want to see that the number of children by next 5 years should reach at least 60, 70. In my house where they are staying, we have 2 homes now here. And we are also starting an senior citizen care center. Of course, it is a paid center where we want to give good life to the senior citizens and generate some funds for the taking care of our disabled children.
Yeah.
So that will balance our organization also.
That actually sounds a very nice
Yeah,
strategy.
because at a certain stage we should become self-sufficient. That is what we are looking at. So I am looking at generating, because side by side with all the work that you do, you need a lot of finance in hand to
Yes,
carry on.
definitely. Yeah.
So thanks to all those who are helping already, but then we'll still like to people to join us. Yeah.
So you say you still like people to join us, right? So how can young people like me be a part of this mission, this vision of yours?
That is a good question, because I always feel happy when the youngsters come here. I get a lot of college students. I had 3 organizations founded by young people, college going, just joined job, just finished their studies, and some of the elders in that, they come here, they spend their time with the children, they create something. It's not only financial help as such, it is their time that they spend, their expertise. Today they are well versed with the social media
Technology.
and technology. AI is coming in picture. So we are just learning, because but our brains are still with our 80s mind and 90s minds. Okay, we are those children of 80s, 90s. So but young minds are able to take up things faster and move on fast. So I think young people can come, experience the things that are there with us, and then I think they can join us in a lot of ways. In fact, whatever they would like to way, I tell everybody कि अगर आपको देना है तो टाइम दे दो, बिकॉज वो एक बार दोगे तो वापस नहीं मिलेगा आपको,
Right.
है ना. And another thing is, I tell youngsters that do good everywhere, wherever you get a chance to do good. Paying somebody fees, feeding somebody on the road, giving a pair of clothes to somebody. As a youngsters, we should develop those values. And I think the youngsters, anywhere you go, it's not about my organization coming to me, but anywhere you go. So that is my message to all the youngsters. I said, जैसे कमाने लगोगे 5% या 200 रुपया 100 रुपया हर महीने किसी को दान करते रहो.
Nice.
That is a blessing that you'll experience throughout your life.
So, how would you like to be remembered one day after everything is gone? Something like that. Your legacy, basically.
That is a difficult question to answer, because people like me, as I said, we are not possessive. So
Yeah, you're not
we don't-
materialistic, not
we don't want
possessive.
people to remember us after the death. I want people to remember us when we are alive. So I always say people ना मरने के बाद खाना देने से पहले जिंदा है तभी दे दो. बर्थडे सेलिब्रेट करो, एनिवर्सरी सेलिब्रेट करो, and therefore you must have seen me dancing and eating and
Yes,
enjoying.
yes, definitely. I've
like-
enjoyed with you also.
Yes. So I tell people I am a East Indian, so it's now to enjoy life. Okay. But you should have your own limitations. You should have your own this and share that experience. No, recently you must have seen my son's birthday. We celebrated.
Yes,
and
yes, yes.
You must have seen my status.
I have.
So it is not only that I celebrated with family. Then I shared that joy with a lot of other organizations, also including my own.
Right,
this,
right.
So that is how I want everybody to celebrate life. Don't keep up with your thinking. If you are tired of your sickness, illness, and your difficulties, you come and spend a day with my children. Imagine of a child who is 35 years old and sitting in the wheelchair for 35 years without depending on somebody else to take you to toilet, to feed you.
Yeah.
35 years. And then he is no complaint. He is happy in his wheelchair. So if you are tired of your life and sickness and troubles in your life, just come and spend some hour or 2 hours with our special boys. They will give you a lot of patience.
Last question for you. And for that, I'll need to rewind back to the Max's Mall thing sentence, what you said. That you used to sit outside Max's Mall contemplating about your life. So for someone who feels lost today, who feels nowhere in life, what would you like to tell them as an experienced person who have gone through so many years of life to different forms?
See, one thing I tell you, we experience more hardship in life the moment you start thinking that somebody else is ruling. I should depend on somebody else to help me. I run an organization which is completely run by somebody's help. But the moment I start thinking that, if somebody doesn't help, what I will do, then you are a failure. You are not going to think of tomorrow. So I tell people, don't depend on somebody else. You have the capacity to change your life. I as a child drew Hoskart, Tanga.
Yeah.
Me Gorai Tanga Salila.
Yes.
And did education little bit. My family was not very rich. But then we crossed all that limits. We worked on fish, trying fish and all that. Still,
Right.
I had a hope. I got educated. Today we stand like this. Many people call us doctors. We are not one. Okay. But then just because the knowledge that we accumulated. But life had own struggles. I went to Andhra where they were eating rice and curd. I had to manage there for sometimes at least till I got used to eating those things. So my own life has been a difficult thing. But I never left hope. And today I said in Corona I was selling vada pav, if you know. So because we didn't know what is going to come in future. So you should have that flexibility in life and not to just move on. I am sure if you are troubled by your problems and all that, there is a better future in ahead.
Coming
So
for you.
So but then don't leave hope. Work on it. Pray to whichever God you believe to, and have courage to change somebody else's life and your life also. That is what my message to people who are struggling. Yes.
Thank you, Sir Cecil, for reminding us that humanity, kindness still exists in this world. And if a single person wants, he can make a difference. He or she can make a difference. And to quote Mother Teresa, she has said something like, if you want to see the change in the world, you should start the change with yourself. And you're doing that. So kudos to that. You're listening to you. I hope someone or the else out here, including me, we have been inspired. Thank you so much for giving us your precious time. And we'll definitely see you in the next one.
Yes.
Thanks
Thank
for
you,
watching.
Chris. Thank you very much for taking out time, and maybe my messages will reach to the people
Definitely.
around. And I'm sure local people also will join us in
Yes.
this mission. And thank you to Father Aston also for giving time and coming out here and helping us spread our mission. In fact,
Yes. We'd like to also invite Father Ashton for helping us out during this podcast. Father Ashton, please. Yes, please. Thank you so much for providing us with the equipments in tie-up with Prakash Kala Mandir. But thank you for giving us your time, and Cecil, to you also.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you
once
for the
again.
assistance, and
Thanks a lot,
I
Mr.
wish you all the
Sir.
best for your mission. I'm sure something that I have said will be useful for your sermons also. Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And we all are on a mission of our God. So let's spread it with more courage and more simplicity and more love in it, no, to the mission. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much again.
Thanks
Yes.
a lot.
Thank you so much. If this conversation has touched you, make sure you share it with the people you know they are in need of. This was Innocent Kira Talks for you. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, thanks for watching. Keep uplifting life. We'll see you in the next one.